This person shapes the music, makes all of the decisions on dynamic, tempo, and balance. They are great at interpreting music in new and different ways. That's why the conductor of an orchestra literally takes center stage at every performance. It is a role that is still male-dominated. Only a handful of women are conductors, and you're about to meet one of them. Amy Wilson was at the pinnacle of her career when she received a diagnosis that changed her life. Wilson allowed us to chronicle her fight to lead her orchestra again.
I feel like it fills me up. Like, it feels so joyful when I'm conducting. I'm just so joyful doing it. And it feels like what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's it.
Amy Wilson is that rare person who at a tender age proclaimed her destiny.
I told my mom when I was 3 I wanted to be a conductor. My mom's a conductor too.
Amy succeeded in a male-dominated industry, becoming the music director and lead conductor for the Atlanta Philharmonic Orchestra.
My energy just started to nosedive.
In December of 2019, at 44 years old, Amy was diagnosed with a brain tumor, a low-grade oligodendroglioma. The tumor was in the right frontal lobe of her brain and was almost 4 centimeters in size. Surgery to remove it was the first step, then radiation and chemotherapy.
It was hard. I knew the day I got the phone call from the neurologist that they had found a lesion that my life was going to forever change and nothing was going to be the same. And for months and months and months, I wanted to go back to the day before that day where I could just live a happy, carefree life and not have cancer in my life. Tonight, I had a fruit and cheese for dinner. It was nauseous.
The treatment that saved her life left her very impaired.
The brain surgery caused me to have a limp.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
We'll have you stand up.
Okay. I might need to
All right.
hold
Oh, yeah,
something.
that was great. When she first came to us, she wasn't really able to stand or walk very well at all.
You have that bursitis on this side, too.
Dr. Ashish Khanna is the director of cancer rehabilitation at Winship Cancer Institute.
A little bit more.
I really have to, every step I think about how I walk.
Amy couldn't undo all that she'd been through, but she could try to regain and reclaim some of what had been lost.
Do you have any pain here? So this motion, turning over, this motion here would anger it less. She required help with every single discipline that we have in rehabilitation medicine. She required physical therapy just to be able to stand. At that point, when we saw her, she was in a wheelchair, so she was unable to stand. She needed occupational therapy to help her with her arm. Of course, she's going to be a conductor. She had a lot of difficulty with the arm. She required speech therapy.
Still struggling to talk.
But she needed a lot of help with formulating thoughts and speech and interpreting language as well.
I need to capture it just right. I try. Bye.
Amy wanted more than walking and talking.
That you stand on your toes.
The goal was something even her doctors weren't sure was possible: to conduct again.
One of the biggest deficits she had, of course, as a conductor is just the immense amount of concentration you can imagine to read sheet music and then just try to conduct and, arrange the different pieces.
And when you're waving your arms, you're not following the music, you're actually leading the music. And so I'm telling them when, so like, slow down, speed up. No, this is the beat. It's like beating a stick on the ground, except you're beating it in the air so that you don't make sound. But I'm also showing them like how to play, like smooth or really short or really strong or, really powerful. And you play now. Hey, no, don't play right now. So it's like your mind and your body are doing like so many things, and you're being pulled in directions. Working on picking up our feet. This one's really hard. This one's really exhausting.
Amy committed to her therapies, including cognitive therapy with a neuropsychologist.
So this is a cognitive therapy. Help my brain recover.
These sessions
and what I want you to do
helped Amy with thinking,
Iron Gate. This is black.
reasoning,
Painted or taped a blue.
and working memory.
It's a gate.
During her recovery, Amy was diagnosed with cutaneous T-cell lymphoma. She's in the middle of treatment, which includes chemotherapy and radiation.
I found out on like February 28th that I had cancer.
One of the most important parts of her recovery from her brain tumor is her support group with the Southeastern Brain Tumor Foundation, a place where she is understood,
And I was just so sad and
is supported,
and I felt so alone.
and supportive of others,
It took quite a while for it too.
and doesn't feel isolated in her struggles.
And it just makes you feel better, lifts you up.
More than 2.5 years after she was diagnosed with a brain tumor,
Okay, everybody.
Amy is making her return to conducting and not taking a safe or easy way out.
All right, here we go.
Instead, she has chosen the most difficult piece her orchestra has ever played, Symphony No. 5 by Dmitri Shostakovich.
The Shostakovich is 45 minutes, and that's more than twice as long as any work that I've conducted since I was diagnosed. My orchestra, this is a big piece for them. I really wanted to push them and take this big step with them. I'm a little anxious about the mental and physical fatigue, endurance, because I don't get much, in rehearsal where I get to stop all the time. It's not a problem because I get to put my hands down for 5 seconds. But in concert, I got to keep going. Brain cancer has tried to take things from me. It has tried to take conducting from me, but I have been fighting very hard.
In front of an audience for the first time in 3 years, Amy flawlessly and exhaustively conducts, willing her changed body and brain to perform at the highest level. In the audience, the doctor who gave Amy the tools she needed so that she could hold this baton, keep her arms lifted, and her attention fixed on countless musical details all at once. The journey to get to this night, filled with struggle, but also a love for music so powerful, nothing could keep her from it.
I think music brings healing to my life, and immersing myself in it is a really wonderful and joyful experience.